The Nintendo Direct for E3 2021 surprised us with a new entry in the WarioWare series, WarioWare Get It Together for the Nintendo Switch. A good amount of content was shown between the reveal trailer and the Nintendo Treehouse live event that followed, but the analysis machine found some interesting hidden details, so here are 5 of them that you may have missed. Number 1. Spot the Alien Bunnies. Originally called Space Hares, several alien bunnies can be seen in the opening of the reveal trailer, walking about what appears to be a realistic take on Diamond City, the usual setting of the WarioWare titles. But no other characters appear in the scene. Could their appearances be important to the plot somehow, or is this just a fun cameo for the purpose of the trailer? Number 2. Discover the plot. Speaking of the plot, a few elements throughout the footage give us a good idea of what takes place over the course of the game. Our first clue is in the appearance of the map, which seems glitched in the sea around the island and in the unexplored area, with pixelated waves touching the platforms. The second clue is in the marquee at the bottom of the screen, which tells us that game bugs were successfully removed from the crew members' games, as we can see from the messages from Wario, Mona, and 9volt. The final clue is that the crew members entered the microgames through digitization, as shown from this transporter. From this, we can gather that, from the start of the adventure, game bugs plague the games that the team at WarioWare Inc. created, and so Wario & Company must transport themselves to the game world to defeat them. Number 3. Identify the crew members. We may have figured out the entire playable cast. There's quite a lively crew assisting Wario in this mission, and we can see 13 slots which they occupy. 8 members of the team are present here. Wario, Cricket, 18volt, Mona, Dribble and Spitz, which occupy the same slot, Dr. Kirkegaard, and 9volt. For the 6 unlockable slots, we find 6 more confirmed crew members in the reveal trailer: Ashley, Jimmy T, Orbulon, Kat, Anna, and Mike. It's very likely that Kat and Anna will share the same slot like Dribble and Spitz, leaving at least 1 more character slot. But who could it be? Well, this brief shot shows us the entire playable cast, except there is one here we still haven't seen in action yet: 5volt, the terrifying mother of 9volt. So we may have found our mystery member of the team. However, the empty space to the right of the unlockable slots is mighty suspicious, and we still have more characters who would make for potential crew members at some point. In this scene are Master Mantis, Red, and Lulu from WarioWare Gold. Even 13amp, also from Gold, makes a cameo appearance in 9volt's microgames intro. But where's Penny, Dr. Krieger's granddaughter? Number 4. Explore more microgame themes. Several crew members have their own microgame themes and stories, but careful observation reveals more than the few shown during Nintendo Treehouse Live. The 3 we saw openly from the stream were those from Wario, Mona, and 9volt. Wario starts things off with intro games taking place on a satellite or space hub swarming with giant anthropomorphic noses. Mona's theme, That's Life, features a house room setting with dusting brushes and a focus on the armor. 9volt provides the fan-favorite Nintendo classics with a labyrinth corridor infested with 3D pixelated ghosts. Not played in the demonstration, Dribble and Spitz have a microgame theme that at first seems unclear. But if we freeze the footage at just the right moment, a fantasy theme is revealed, which reflects the map's outer space backdrop. Is that a seed from Pioro? The theme of Dr. Krieger's minigames is yet to be identified, but from what we can see on the map, it appears likely related to science or engineering, with a robot, conveyor belt, and 3 displays. The last theme seems to be the most shrouded in mystery, having no distinct environment and no character image yet, instead just showing a minecart icon. What could this represent? Number 5. Find the hidden microgames. The most packed detail is the imagery of the various microgames hidden in the scrolling backgrounds of each of the displayed character themes in the upper right. Let's start with Wario's. First, we have the microgame involving constellations and gold stars, and there's one involving a room with barriers and Wario's face in the background. Mona has several microgames not yet played, one with a crank and what looks like shaved ice, one with a large nose in the middle, possibly related to Gold Digger where you would pick a nostril, a microgame with someone's face covered in shaving cream and a full sink, a balancing challenge, and a microgame related to listening to music through headphones in a library. There's another microgame we've seen in action where you must knock off a magnet from a piece of paper, but the background example of it shows differently colored Francs, creatures that have cameoed since the first title. Sadly, for Dribble and Spitz's microgames, the imagery seems too obscured and briefly shown to interpret. But maybe someone can make sense out of the dark string, hair, or crack, and something powder blue below it. What may be the most exciting are the microgames hidden behind 9volt. we saw presentations of the Super Mario Land, Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing New Leaf, and Ice Climbers microgames, but now we can look forward to playing challenges featuring Fire Emblem Three Houses, as represented by the T-Scene with Claude here, Super Mario Bros. When facing Bowser in World 8-4, Splatoon 2 with Judd and Lil Judd, and Super Metroid in what appears to be Norfair. In addition, the marquee reveals that retro toys will be included in this microgame selection too. Finally, it's worth noting that another potential microgame can be found in the trailer, where 9V and 18V play a fighting or boxing game on the television. And there you have it. Those are 5 hidden details, comprised of several smaller details, that we noticed so far. Have you spotted anything that we missed? And do you plan to get the game? Let us know in the comments below. Please be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell if you haven't yet, and check out the videos on the right for content that may interest you. And of course, stay tuned to GameXplain for more on WarioWare Get It Together, E3 2021, and other things gaming too. Until next time, ciao.